All right, guys, it's Daniel over here at Winair in Oxford, Alabama. I wanted to show you a few of our Mars motors that we keep in stock here in Oxford that might help cut down on some of the inventory that you're having to carry on your truck. I know some of you guys have to carry 6, 7 different motors to be able to replace all these motors. So I want to see if I can help out with that. The first one I want to show you is a Mars 10874. This is a condenser fan motor. This will replace most all condenser fan motors. This is going to be 825 or 1075 RPM. It can do either or, so you ain't got to have 2 different motors. It also comes with surge protection. It's 1/8 to 1/3 horsepower. Surge protection is good because this is to this is an ECM motor, so it's to replace a PSC motor. All you would do to replace the PSC with the ECM is you're going to put both sides to the top of the contactor, your L1, your L2, and then 1 to ground. To program this motor, it comes with this pigtail right here that you'll plug into the motor. Plug it into a 120 outlet. This thing is going to spin slow clockwise. That's going to be 825 clockwise. Then it's going to spin so slow counterclockwise. That's going to be 825 counterclockwise. When you get to the setting you want, all you got to do is unplug it and it's programmed. As it keeps running through, it's going to do you 1075 clockwise, then counterclockwise if that's what you want. Unplug it after it gets done with that. It's very easy to program, very easy to set up. If you needed to take that motor back off the air conditioner, say you're trying to get someone through for a holiday weekend or something, before you go back out to replace the unit. You can take that motor back off, put it back on your truck, and reprogram it again as a rescue motor to keep on your truck. Next is going to be their Mars 10858 and 10859. So this is a 115/230 motor to do either or voltage. That means you're going to be able to put this thing in a furnace that has an X13 or in an air handler that has an X13. It's going to be a 1/2 to 1/5 horsepower. The 5.9 is going to be a 1/2 to 1 horsepower. So now you got 2 motors, X13, that's going to cover most anything. I know that's what you're typically going to run against is an X13 motor out there in the field. You can program this through the app. I think it's the easiest way to. Once you apply power, tell it what motor you're working with, whether it's the 5.8, whether it's the 5.9, and hit auto size. It's going to auto size based off of static. If you don't want to do it that way, there's also a little spot on the back of the motor where you apply 24 volts, and then it will auto size that way too. Once it gets done with its auto sizing, just unhook the 24 volts and you're good to go. Or, like I said, I think the easiest route is to use the app. That takes your motor stock from having to have 6 or 7 different motors to replace stuff to 3 different motors. 1 for your condenser fan, 2 for your indoor. But say you run up against a variable speed. This one, not as many people stock this on the truck because a variable speed's not going to be quite as common. But if you wanted to, you could, because this motor replaces X13 style motors. It replaces variable speed 16-pin or variable speed 4-pin. This one does have to be set up through the app. Go in, select what motor, what type of motor you're replacing, what brand it was on, and then this thing's going to do what it needs to do. Set up whatever horsepower the motor is, you'll select that. And there's the 10857 and the 10856. So you could use either of those motors and replace most any variable speed. But for the most part, you could cut down a lot of the motors that you're having to stock or having to run to the supply house to get by stocking just 3 motors.